Otto von Bismarck. Otto von Bismarck, born on April 1, 1815, was a prominent figure in German history and one of the most influential statesmen of the 19th century. He served as Chancellor of the German Empire from 1871 to 1890. Bismarck is widely known for his skillful diplomacy and his role in unifying Germany into a powerful nation-state. Bismarck's political career was marked by his realpolitik approach, which emphasized practical and pragmatic decision-making rather than ideological considerations. He believed that the state's interests should take precedence over personal or partisan agendas. Bismarck understood the power of alliances and crafted a series of strategic alliances to safeguard German interests and maintain peace in Europe. One of his most significant achievements was the unification of Germany, a process often referred to as blood and iron. Through a series of military victories and astute negotiations, Bismarck orchestrated the consolidation of numerous German states into a united German empire under the leadership of the Prussian monarchy. This unification not only enhanced Germany's power and influence, but also established Bismarck as a statesman of exceptional stature. As Chancellor, Bismarck implemented a series of domestic reforms, known as the Bismarckian system, to address social and political challenges. He introduced pioneering social welfare measures, including the establishment of the world's first modern social security system, aimed at mitigating the rise of socialist movements and appeasing the working class. Bismarck's tenure as Chancellor was characterized by a pragmatic and assertive foreign policy. He skillfully navigated the complex web of international relations, forming strategic alliances, while maintaining a balance of power in Europe. Bismarck aimed to secure Germany's interests and maintain the continent's stability. His diplomacy played a significant role in averting major conflicts during his time in office. Despite his accomplishments, Bismarck was not without criticism. He faced opposition from various political factions, including liberals and socialists, who criticized his authoritarian style of governance and suppression of political dissent. Eventually, Bismarck was removed from power by Emperor Wilhelm II in 1890, signaling the end of an era in German politics. Otto von Bismarck's legacy remains influential to this day. His efforts to unify Germany and his pragmatic approach to politics continued to shape Germany's political landscape. He is remembered as a master statesman who navigated complex challenges with skill and foresight, leaving an indelible mark on German and European history. Did you know? Otto von Bismarck once said,
"Political science is not a precise science. In politics, never trust anything until it has been formally refuted." After a hunt, in the midst of a conflict, or just before an election, people lie more than ever. The work of the statesman is to hear God's footsteps marching through history, and then attempt to follow along as he goes by. Laws are formed like sausages. It is best to avoid watching them be made. The political secret. Create a strong agreement with Russia. Eloquence will not halt a victorious army on the frontier. Making history, not writing it, is what matters most. When politicians desired something from others but did not demand it in their own names, I invariably found the term Europe on their lips. The political secret: create a strong agreement with France. Tell the truth when you want to trick the world. Be nice, write diplomatically, follow the principles of civility, even in a declaration of war. Preventive war is like killing yourself because you're afraid of dying. The patient devotion of a dog is the most a European can hope for. Some stupid, idiotic thing in the Balkans will one day spark the big European war. Some damn dumb incident in the Balkans will be the catalyst for any future conflict in Europe. The important problems are settled by iron and blood, not by speeches and majority rulings. That was the huge blunder of 1848 and 1849. Politicians, not soldiers, have granted us our independence or elevated the country to greatness. When dealing with a gentleman, I always strive to be a gentleman and a half, and when dealing with a scam, I try to be a fraud and a half. The investment and reinvestment of savings is the only healthy base of a major firm that continues for decades. When a man says he agrees with something in concept, it indicates he has no intention at all of putting it into practice. The individuals who can hit the hardest determine the major questions via violence. The responsibility of a politician is to serve his nation, but Bismarck's duty was to serve God.
This is a quote from Otto von Bismarck, who had knowledge, understanding, and ability in his field, from which we can take the positives, leave the unnecessary, and prepare ourselves for a better future.